This semester started off with a bang. Okay, well, as you'll see later on, it did get more exciting. This semester, our group is paired with the Teen Outreach Programs of Raleigh, or TOPS. This is a public program that provides teenagers with a safe place to go after school, as well as provides them with enriching activities. These activities are designed to help them excel in their future and to help them be better members of the community. There are many sites located throughout the city to better serve the students, but the main office is located at J.C. Park. Our two main supervisors were Carmen and Shafanda, but Jason was another staff member who helped out a lot as well. Now, before we get into the details of each individual program, let's take a second to introduce our team.
This is Jessie.
This is Sarah.
Hi, I'm Bo.
I'm Rachel. I'm Cortney.
And I'm Tommy. So Program 1, that was our Teen Extreme Photo Scavenger Hunt at Pullen Park. That was on March 22nd, 2017 from 3 to 6.
TOPS wanted us to create a dry run for their summer camp program, and we also threw like a Fear Factor spin around it.
We have 5 stations set up around Pullen Park that each of the teams travel to. We had this point system set up.
The more people that participated in the photos and in the actual stations, the more points they would get. And they also had the opportunity for bonus photos, which they loved. And at the end, we had whoever had the most points was the winner. So we planned for about 15 to 30 kids to show up, and we got 4.
We had to modify our program a little bit, so we split up teams between the teens, ourselves, and the staff that TOPS had brought along. So Station 1, that's where we had our spaghetti toes. It was out by the pond in Pullen Park. We had this big inflatable swimming pool full of cooked spaghetti noodles where participants had to like dig our feet into the noodles and try to pull out these marbles, and within a certain amount of time see how many marbles we can get. Whoever had the most got a certain amount of points.
And then we walked over to the fountain/waterfall, and we did the station called Iron Toes, which was another inflatable pool filled with ice water. The kids were very intimidated at first because it was really cold, but they loved it.
And then we had Station 3, which was our gummy worm pie eating station. We had these plates for everybody with gummy worms on it, and like it was a time thing to see who can eat the most gummy worms the fastest, who can eat their pie the fastest. By this point in our program, like everybody was participating.
So like at this point, our program's going pretty well. We take them back up to the gazebo, right? And we get them dressed up in some ponchos, some trash bags, and they do a little spam toss.
One of the main goals of the TOPS program is to create a welcoming and safe community for the teens that they cater to. And so we were able to bring them out instead of just staying on site like they usually do. We were able to bring them out to Pullen Park, and they got to bond with the friends that they had there.
Yeah, and I felt like they also got to make friends with some new people, which was really cool. It was really cool for us to get to see them outside of their environment, and now that they got to experience Pullen Park, I think they're going to go back.
So like on that first program, we had only 4 kids show up when we were planning for 15 to 30. So I mean, I guess we really had to, one thing that we weren't planning for is having way more kids or way less kids.
Yeah, it was definitely tough to plan for that. We really didn't know what to expect. We were able to make it work with the 4, and it would have been awesome if we would have gotten our goal of like 20, 25, but we also could have gotten 40 or 50.
Yeah.
So since we only had 4 kids, we had to figure out a way to get, we needed more for program 2.
Yeah, we definitely had to plan a lot more contingency plans of whether we had those 4 kids again, maybe even less, or maybe just a ton more.
Right, and I think it helped us as far as, it made us more active in going to recruit the kids for program 2. But yeah, for program 2, we pretty much had leniency to do whatever we wanted.
It wasn't like program 1 where we had to do the photo scavenger hunt. So we chose to try to do a campus tour. It happened on April 19th, 2017, from about 3 o'clock in the afternoon to 6. And
yeah, we got like 20 kids to show up. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot better than the 4.
It was, and we got most of these kids had never been on campus before. They may have seen a basketball game or a football game, but we got to take them out on campus and show them some of the traditions.
So we got the teens dropped off at Reynolds Coliseum.
Yeah, the newly renovated Reynolds Coliseum. We took them in. They actually got to meet a couple of athletes, a couple football players, a couple volleyball players. We showed the kids the gym, and they really wanted to go in and play some basketball, but they couldn't. We showed them the Hall of Fame, took them around a little tour upstairs, and then from there we took them to Carmichael, showed them the recreation things of NC State, and showed them the basketball courts. Again, they also really wanted to play basketball. And then from there we took them to Tally.
And then from there we walked over to the Wolf Plaza where we have our 3 wolf statues, took some pictures, hung out.
And then we took the teens over to the Free Expression Tunnel, and they loved that. I wish we would have had more spray paint. I think we had about six cans, but we just let them spray paint whatever they wanted. A lot of them used their Instagram handles and Twitter handles. That was funny. Yeah. And then from there we went to the little green yard, brickyard thing.
Yeah, so it's right after the Free Expression Tunnel. It's a little courtyard area, kind of near Dabney. From there we actually picked up some Howlin' Cow ice cream so they could check that out. That's one of those traditions you can't miss out on, Howlin' Cow ice cream. And then from there we walked over to the Brickyard, kind of talked about what goes on there, show them the library, show them the atrium. They loved it. There was a Chick-fil-A in there. Unfortunately, we couldn't get Chick-fil-A for our program. But then we headed over to the Wolf Ears where the teens got to try that out, which was super cool. Took us a couple of tries to get it, but once we got it, they got the hang of it.
They didn't believe it worked at first, but then they did it. And then from there we went over to the Bell Tower and we did our mock Krispy Kreme challenge, which was the climax of the program. That was awesome. They started down, I guess, to the left of the Bell Tower and had to run a circle around the Bell Tower, grab a donut, eat it as fast as they could, and run back.
Yeah.
So basically they went on this college campus tour, just kind of give them an overview of what college is like, to show them some traditions, to kind of make it more fun. We're hoping this will get them thinking about college in order for them to maybe pursue it or go on to something for higher education. We also hoped that they just had a lot of fun, like a short-term impact is just having fun, getting to know their peers, getting out into the community, and maybe they'll come back to NC State.
During my time with the TOPS team, I learned the importance of considering age group characteristics when designing programs. Understanding what the teens were interested in ensured that our programs would be engaging and interactive. Our enthusiasm as facilitators created an exciting atmosphere for the teens.
While working with TOPS, I learned to be comfortable working with a group of people that I knew nothing about prior to the semester. I not only had to learn how to work with my classmates, I had to learn how to work with our site supervisors as well as the teens. Breaking out of my shell was a critical component for success this semester.
I learned that having a program like TOPS is a crucial component to bettering the community and helping prepare our teens for the future. In addition to the programs we provided, the students also have access to skill-building workshops, resume reviews, field trips, and service learning projects. These experiences allow them to get more involved in the community while also providing a safe and engaging space for them to spend their time after school.
During my time with the TOPS team and at the site, I learned that having the correct supplies and protective measures are imperative in order to keep general safety. Also, having a serious talk with the teens at both Pullen Park and NC State was important.
My time spent working with the TOPS teens made me realize the importance of positive role models for the teens. Watching the interaction between their site supervisors and the teens, it became clear that the teens truly look up to them and follow their example. The job that these site supervisors do is critical to the growth and development of these teens.
This service learning opportunity has allowed me to improve my improvisational planning skills as well as my overall readiness for life's unexpected circumstances. We had to hash out every single thing that we wanted to do for the program as well as plan for anything that might come out of the blue.
We would like to take one last moment to thank our supervisors and the City of Raleigh for letting us work with the TOPS program. We learned a lot about the program planning process and had fun doing so. This experience will be useful in our future endeavors and hopefully it has made a positive impact on the teens just as it has on us.